এটাই খবর। The first phase of the religious gathering called the Bisho Istima ends with final prayers known as Akhri Munajat. The Appellate Division orders the publication of a Gazette notification on the rules governing conduct and discipline of lower court judges by 5th February. Planning Minister Mustafa Kamal expects Bangladesh to achieve 7.5% GDP growth in the current fiscal year. The first phase of the religious gathering known as the Bisho Istima, the second largest congregation of Muslims after the Hajj, ended with Akhri Munajat or concluding prayers today. The final prayer began at 11 a.m. and continued for 40 minutes. Maulana Muhammad Saad, a guest from India, led the prayers. Thousands of devotees sought the Almighty's forgiveness and purification of their soul in unison at the Istima grounds. President Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina also joined the prayers from their home. The second phase will begin on 20th January.
और जो वादे हैं उनका यकीन हमारे दिल में पैदा फरमा कर हमारी जरूरियात का तफक्कुर फरमा दे। ए अल्लाह, उम्मत बहुत परेशान है, वो मुख्तलिफ किस्म की मुकदमात में मुख्तलिफ किस्म की बीमारियों के अंदर एक उम्मत मुब्तला है। करम फरमा कर फजल फरमा कर, करम फरमा कर फजल फरमा कर उम्मत की जरूरियात का तफक्कुर फरमा दे। ए अल्लाह बीमारों को शिफा नसीब फरमा दे। ए अल्लाह, तू बीमारियों का पैदा करने वाला है, तू बीमारियों शिफा देने वाला है। ए अल्लाह, तू फजल फरमा कर करम फरमा कर अपने खजाने शिफा के फैसले फरमा दे।
The Appellate Division has ordered the publication of a Gazette notification on the rules governing conduct and discipline of lower court judges by 5th February. A 7-member bench of the Appellate Division, led by Chief Justice S.K. Sinha, passed the order today following a 4-week time petition by Attorney General Mahbub Alam. The lower section of the judiciary was officially separated in November 2007. But the rules over discipline and conduct have not been finalized. On 12th December last year, the Apex Court asked the Law Ministry to issue a notification on conduct rules by 15th January. A Narayanganj court is set to deliver a verdict on the sensational 7-murder case. The investigation found that the brutal murders were committed over disputes between councillors named Nur Hussain and panel mayor Nazrul Islam. The suspects confessed in court. We have a report.
Both Nazrul Islam and Nur Hussain were Awami League leaders and councillors in the Narayanganj City Corporation. Nazrul, the former president of District Chhatra League, was also the panel mayor. Nur Hussain was the vice president of Siddhirganj Awami League. Nazrul objected to some criminal activities by Nur Hussain, such as extortion. So Nur Hussain planned to murder Nazrul and allegedly bribed several Rapid Action Battalion members to do it.
They were brutally murdered. I hope the killer gets capital punishment. No one should lose a husband in this way. Cry for their father.
As far as I know, he protested against the criminal activities and was murdered for raising his voice against criminals. There are 35 suspects in the sensational Narayanganj 7 murder case, including Nur Hussain and former RAB 11 officials, Lieutenant Colonel Tariq Said, Major Arif Hussain, and Lieutenant Commander M.M. Rana. 21 of them have confessed at court. The prime suspect, former councillor Nur Hussain, had a personal dispute with Nazrul Islam. The evidence and confessions reveal that Nur Hussain committed the murders with the help of a few RAB officials. 23 suspects are now in jail, including prime suspect Noor Hossain and 3 former RAB officials. 12 suspects are now on the run. Narayanganj District and Session Judges Court is scheduled to give the verdict tomorrow.
Attorney General Mahbub Alam hopes that the people who carried out the Narayanganj 7 murders will get capital punishment. He was briefing the media at his office today.
The murderers must face exemplary punishment because it was a premeditated killing. Some of the people involved in the murders were supposed to protect local people. They have committed an unforgivable crime.
Planning Minister Mustafa Kamal has confirmed that Bangladesh will achieve 7.5% GDP growth in the current fiscal year. He made the announcement at a press conference at the NEC conference room in Dhaka today. Commenting on the World Bank's prediction of 6.8% GDP growth, the minister said that the international organization is conservative in its calculations. Mustafa Kamal added that private investment and employment opportunities spiked this year, leading to a better growth. The minister also said that government is also trying to resolve problems in the fuel sector and that the implementation of the annual development program is satisfactory.
Independent television, 24 ঘন্টায় খবর।
Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is set to leave Dhaka for Switzerland tonight to attend the annual meeting of the World Economic Forum. This is the first time that a Bangladeshi head of state has been invited to the summit. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina aims to promote investment in Bangladesh to representatives of 45 countries who will be attending the summit. She is also likely to hold a meeting with the new United Nations Secretary General. The summit will start on 16 January. Sheikh Hasina will attend several sessions that will address issues such as global economy and climate change. We have to take a short break now, but do stay with us. We'll be back soon. Visitors to the Dhaka International Trade Fair are concerned over management and security there. They claim that they are pestered by hawkers and that the food prices are exorbitant. In response, the organizers say that surveillance will be increased.
The Dhaka International Trade Fair started at Agargaon on 1st January. More and more people are going there every day. Visitors claim that they are pestered by hawkers who have entered illegally. In fact, some have even been seen climbing the fences to enter or bribing security personnel. When I entered the fair, a few children started pulling my shirt to get me buy things from them. They are a nuisance and won't leave you until you buy something from them.
I am very disturbed by the fact that children pull on your clothes to get you to buy something from them. Special bottles of water. I have my own bottle in my bag.
The money they earn at the fair is shared at the end of the day by the organizing gang.
Sometimes I run to get inside. Other times I climb the fence to get inside.
I collect empty bottles and ask for money. I also ask people to buy me tea. We have to pay 5 taka to the security man to get inside. There have also been complaints of the poor quality and exorbitant prices for food. Cafes charge 50 to 100 taka more than the listed prices. I asked the price for a plate of kachi biryani and they gave me arbitrary figures such as 450, 400 and 300 taka.
They are overcharging for food and the quality is not up to the mark.
However, the authorities only say that they will increase monitoring to check the chaos. The fair have completed its 14 days. No one knows what people do once they get inside. We and the police are trying to reduce the nuisance created by hawkers and outsiders. But customers are still harassed despite increased monitoring and warnings over the speakers.
Some international news now. About 100 migrant refugees are missing in the Mediterranean Sea after their boat sank off the coast of Libya. The Italian Coast Guard, which is carrying out the search, said 8 bodies have been recovered from the water and 4 people have been rescued. But dozens are still believed missing after darkness fell in difficult search conditions. The boat sank between Libya and Italy, about 30 miles from the Libyan coast. A French naval ship, 2 trade vessels and aerial support are involved in the search. The nationalities of the migrants are not known yet. On Friday, the Italian Coast Guard rescued about 550 migrants making the journey across the Mediterranean. Meanwhile, in India, at least 23 people drowned and another 12 are missing when an overloaded boat capsized in the Ganga River near Patna on Saturday evening. The dead included men, women and children who had gone to a kite flying festival on a nearby sandbar. The boat, designed to carry 25 people, was carrying at least 50 when it overturned at 5:45 p.m. 7 people were rescued. Chief Minister Nitish Kumar has ordered an investigation into the accident and has announced a payout of 400,000 rupees for each of the victims' families. We now have some news on the Bangladesh-New Zealand Test series. Bangladesh are leading by 122 runs with 7 wickets in hand at the end of the 4th day of the first test against New Zealand at Wellington today. We now have a recap of the headlines. The first is a religious gathering called the Bishra Istima ends with final prayers known as Akhri Munajat. The Appellate Division orders the publication of a Gazette notification on the rules governing conduct and discipline of lower court judges by 5th February. Planning Minister Mustafa Kamal expects Bangladesh to achieve 7.5% GDP growth in the current fiscal year. That's all we have from the English News Desk for today. Thanks for being with us and good evening.